Hello again everybody, this is Amorgin and you're very welcome back to this exclusive episode of Star Trek Fleet Command, and I'm going to be joined by Octo, one of the leaders of HUM, a founder server member and one of the creators of a brilliant resource to the community that's making a name for itself out there currently, LCARS guys. We're going to take a look at it, we're going to try to show some of you guys how to use it, and we'll kick straight on with King Octo. Okay guys, so I'm very pleased to welcome Octo, one of the founders of LCARS. You're very welcome, Octo.
Pleasure. Thanks very much for having me, man.
No problem. So it's a bit late, so we're going to try and get through this. Thanks for staying up and joining me for this exclusive. LCARS, you're very close to 15k, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, we're about 14 and a half at the moment. But
14 and a half.
We're edging closer.
Yeah. So
to 15, yeah.
Doubled your numbers in recent times.
Yeah, we're very lucky and pleased that we got a very nice shout out from Panic within the game there on Monday just gone. We were about 6,000 people using LCARS at the time, and within a couple of days that shout out just really kind of skyrocketed our numbers and the amount of people that are there using the bot, which is absolutely humbling and fantastic.
Yeah. You give a wee shout out to the content creators too. Fair play to him. Like he seems to be genuine enough in his efforts for the community there.
He definitely is. It's one of his biggest kind of support factors is the trying to get behind the community and have that kind of community aspect or feel to it.
Yeah. And true to that, LCARS now has become one of the biggest resources to the community. So congratulations to you and the guys that have been putting in all the efforts. We missed the 10k milestone, so we can, I suppose, celebrate, hopefully not too prematurely, the 15k milestone. No small achievement, I guess. And a lot of effort by some of the guys there, not just yourself, there are others involved, I suppose. You could give a wee shout out to...
There's a ton of people that are helping. Obviously, Fartasia, who's doing the kind of heavy lifting on the bot end of it. There's Phil, Akon, Tompy, Ordo, Hunter, Ripper. There's a load of lads that are on there answering questions for anybody that pops on that has a query that's guiding people how to use it. They're absolutely playing a complete and utter blinder, and it's fantastic to see the community come together in that way to help one another out.
Definitely, a team effort. Like people are getting their shoulder to the wheel, and they're getting it done. It's amazing the progress that this has made in the last couple of months, I suppose. But before I suppose we get directly into the whole LCAR stuff, I want to ask the question: like, who is Octo? Like, a lot of people know. A lot of people know you from our server. Like you're quite well known on our server, but throughout the wider community, you've become pretty well known, I guess. But you've been playing this game for a while.
Yeah, I'm 2.5 years, if not just a little bit more than that, I guess, playing it now since fairly early on in the original beta. Yeah,
and I found out last night talking to you. You used to be in Sword. You were.
I did. HUM's arch enemy.
Yeah. Back when Sword and HUM were quite bitter, you jumped ship from Sword and joined HUM back that time. I didn't know that now.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of before all the ruckus kicked off, but it was very early on. But yeah, just basically at the time, HUM was the bigger kind of growing alliance, and I had a few of the lads like Mutt and Phil and Warhawk and stuff like that that was in it. There was more my time zone. All the lads in Excalibur at that time were Aussie based.
Yeah.
The majority of HUM was Irish based, so it kind of just made sense to kind of jump ship.
Yeah, and we've all mixed together here now. I suppose there's another video in this for us at some point if we want to get into the Sword HUM stuff, because we're all part of the one team now, I guess. But we've had our ups and downs.
Yeah, I'd like everybody on the server, and I'm sure it's like everybody on other servers.
Yeah,
alliances. The one day they hate each other, the next day they're pals.
that's
You
it.
know.
That's it. Fair to say, like 2.5 years, you've seen the ups and downs in this game, the same as I have myself. We played for a similar length of time.
Yeah. You've come on a hell of a lot in the last little while. I feel like I've kind of been spinning my wheels in the kind of 27 to 29 range, but the last 2 3 weeks ago I hit 30. I hit the big 3-0,
Yeah.
which was awesome.
How are you finding that?
Grant, the it's fine. Some of the dailies are a bit trickier.
Mm.
My ships are decent enough, but they're not up to par for what that is.
But anyway, we'll
Yeah.
move on from that. We could sit and talk game all night. We want to talk about
Oh, we could
LCARS.
do that for days.
Um,
Right.
so for those of us that don't fully get it, for those of us that aren't maybe so tech minded and stuff like that, what is LCARS?
Um, LCARS is a repository of information to do with the game, whether it be mine locations, building resources that's needed, research levels, particularly now with the implementation of the new research tree, all that data is there as well. So you could punch in a command and pull up information surrounding a particular research level, or soon enough we'll be um, having buildings and stuff like that put into it.
Okay,
That's one of the
so
bits that we're working on at the moment.
we might demonstrate that
Um,
shortly if you're happy enough to do that.
yeah, of
Yeah, we'll do a wee
course we can.
demonstration
Yeah.
of that. So when I discovered LCARS, and I was when I was looking into it and using it, there was another bot around called HiveMind. We won't get too much into that, but it's this idea that it's a bot. Anybody can create one of these, put it into your Discord, and it'll retrieve that information. Like you're saying, it's a repository, and you give it a command, you tell it what to do, and it'll come back with whatever people have put into it. My
Yes,
understanding
exactly.
is,
It's you basically ask the question and it gives you an answer.
yeah, and
In
my understanding is
rough
that
sense,
you and all of the guys that you've mentioned and others have been flat out putting this information in for the last while, like manually actually putting in all of this information down to the last detail so that people can retrieve it when they put in the command.
Yes, so there's been a ton of manual data, and there still is. Like there's missions is the biggest kind of gap in the information that we have or that we need at the minute.
Okay,
And there's guys from multiple servers, myself included. I started over on a different server to try and get some of the information because, like at level 30, playing for 2.5 years, what I did when I was level 6 or 7, I don't remember what I did yesterday. Never mind 2 years ago.
yeah. I couldn't
But yeah,
imagine.
it's a
Yeah,
lot of hard graft.
I couldn't imagine try if you came to me and asked me, do you remember that level mission that like it's like you say 2 years ago, impossible to recall that, and the way the game has changed, I suppose as well for us, it mightn't even be accurate now.
That's the thing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
what we went through, what we experienced is completely different to
yeah.
someone that say logs on tomorrow and signs up to do it.
Okay, so we'll jump into that too in a wee moment. You mentioned about the that some of the stuff isn't quite missions, for example. They're not being all that information is not in it yet. I seen earlier on LKR somebody was asking about blueprints and that they're not in it yet. Are they? There? Are they coming down the line?
They're coming down the pike. There's a few bits that we have coming down the pike.
Okay,
The next kind of say big update, if you want to use that as a term,
right.
for us will be buildings and ship information.
Okay,
After that, we're hoping to have missions finalized,
okay.
and then we can backfill stuff to do with the blueprints.
Okay, because
And
somebody
there's
did
a
come in
couple
and
of
say that the blueprints were missing, and a shout out to Tompy there because I think I accused him of stealing them blueprints. But somebody got mixed up that they thought that this was HiveMind or something. They thought they were coming in.
No, there's obviously similarities between us and what HiveMind was or is, in a sense. Um, it essentially it is the same idea. It's a bot. You stick in a command, it it spits out an answer
Yeah.
for you.
It's something that Discord offers. Like, I have a bot in my Discord, and if anybody's around, they can come and join not only LCARS and come and join my Discord, but I have a bot called Groovy. Groovy will retrieve information for me if I tell Groovy to do it. Billy's flat out playing music in there, telling Groovy what to do.
Yes, yeah, like by no stretch of the imagination, are we trying to say replace what Hive Mind was? What Hive Mind was and what they gave to the community.
Yeah.
And couldn't be replicated at that point in time.
And I think most people recognise that, yeah. I had spoke to a couple of people who had been interested at one time, I suppose, in taking on Hivemind. Other players on other servers who have the technical know-how that I wouldn't have to take on a project like that. But as I haven't heard from them in a long time. As I understand it, they never got that opportunity. So I'm guessing that's passed us by. But we have LCARS there now. We're at 15k. I think it's widely recognised by everybody now as a resource to the community. So I suppose we're inviting people to come along and check it out and come in and chat to us. And
100%, the door's open.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and
that's what we're there for.
The link is still in the game, isn't it? In the little notification section in the game, I presume. So people can check it out there.
It's there. It's everywhere we can put it.
Yeah.
To kind of get it out there for the community, because at the end of the day, like I said, if someone's starting off, they've got a question, like having nearly 15,000 players from multiple different servers, some doing this exact same journey as somebody new, some of the kind of, say, veterans like ourselves, having that kind of access to that knowledge base is going to be absolutely fantastic for someone starting off or someone on their journey to level 30 or whatever level they're going for.
Yeah. So that's all cool. I'm thinking at the minute we might move on to do a wee demonstration on this and just get into it and show what we can do. What do you want to do first? I suppose we have two things we can show here. We have how to actually put in commands into Discord, what it actually looks like, and an example of that. And we have the further, more detailed thing. If you want to do the homework, if you want to nerd out on this and get exact details, we have a spreadsheet that can be used. So which do you want to do first? I suppose we do the Discord one, just the simple commands first.
Yeah, but I'd say just kind of ease into it with how to input the commands or what they do and how it looks like.
All right, we'll do that.
Right. So pretty much, it's all kind of exclamation point to kind of begin the command. So if you put in, I'll stick it up straight away with exclamation point and a question mark, it will bring up a list of the commands that's there.
I see that, yeah.
So you'll see there is some kind of, say, witty or kind of more bantery ones thrown in there as well, like quote. You get a quote from some of the characters from Star Trek Toyota.
I'm still waiting on Farty to add my T quotes. I gave him about 20 T quotes and he hasn't used them yet. I suppose that's not a priority though.
I'll get on him. I will. No, that is now key priority. I'm going to get on it as soon as this is over. But you'll see some of the kind of more actual kind of, say, in-game commands that will be more for in-game, such as your faction levels, your PPV range. There is the research tree is there, the new resources. So if I punch in the exclamation point and question mark and then RSS for res, it will show you a further breakdown of what you can do into res. So you can drill down into the res. So you can search specifically for Federation G3, any kind of, say, Dale or Tri mines, up or below 20.
Okay, so I'm going to try one there. Now it says RSS Dil 20. What's that now exactly? Why is that 20? Can I not just get the dilithium systems?
You could just put in RSS Dil and it will show you all the systems, but that's going to spit back every single system in the game that has.
Okay, so if I put in RSS Dil 20, it's going to show me all the dilithium mines above 20. Is that right? Or at level 20?
Level 20 and up.
Right. Bad arg count.
You,
The input text has too many
you
parameters.
left you left out Dill.
I left out Dill is right. Good man. So these are some of the common mistakes that people actually do make. And editing it doesn't work, so I
Yes,
have
like no, you have to type it again.
Okay. There we
There
go.
you go. So you'll see
Okay.
it will give you the faction space, the system level, and then
Sound.
the system coordinates.
Okay. Okay,
So you
clear
can
enough.
punch that into the game and jobs Octo.
Clear enough.
Yes.
Okay. And if we leave out the human error, it should work.
Yeah, well, that's it. Like it needs to be kind of somewhat specific. There is a couple of different
Yeah.
permutations.
Yeah.
Like you can use resource or you can do RES or RSS, but you do need to say fill in the res type you need.
I get you. Okay, so that's there. That's great. And if people just want to pop in, they can ask these questions, I guess, anyway. And yourself or some of the lads will be there on hand and can explain what to do.
That's it. And the beauty of it as well is like some of the different permutations have come up from how people actually use the bot. Because
Okay.
everybody has a different way of saying it. Like some people say par, some people are para.
Yeah.
You know, some people
Yeah.
say par steel. There's everybody kind of uses it slightly different. So we try to add in as much as possible to make it as user friendly.
Sound.
Like just shout out if there's any issues. Any of the lads are there to aid or to guide you in the right direction.
Good stuff. Okay, so will we move on to the spreadsheet and we'll explain a wee bit about what this spreadsheet does?
Yes. So the information we got for the new research, the Galaxy research tree, has all the kind of say the information that the bot will spit back to you includes the base level data, so it doesn't incorporate any of your research buffs that you might have.
Okay.
So we've made a Excel sheet, or sorry, a Google sheet, but you can download it as an Excel or whatever format you need it to be, that you can punch in your specific research levels and it'll give you a more accurate version of your time. So as an example, let me show you. I'll pull up one here for you.
Are you going to do the spreadsheet?
I'm going to pull up a what the bot will spit back out to you, and then I'll walk you through the spreadsheet.
Okay, give me a second. I'll go back to Discord.
Cool.
All right, there we go.
So you'll see, like previously, the exclamation point and question mark, but this time you add in the word research, it will show you what you can drill down for research. So if I use one of the new research commands, hang on. So if I do titanium miner number 2, that's what it'll give it back to you. So you can see that the base cost here is 34,000 dilithium. The minimum requirements you need is a titanium warehouse of level 22 and the common uncommon crystal that it's going to need, and then the time it's going to take to do it.
Fair enough. And
now, as I said,
you do that in one of 30 terminals here.
Yes, there's 30 terminals there that should be at the minute it's enough, and then obviously we can put on more if needs.
Sound.
So that way, as you're using it, it's not getting lost in the wash of people droning commands.
Sound. And just to clarify it, I'm going to go into my research here, Octo, if you don't mind, and just again for people to understand that when they put in that command, it's going to show them stuff here. Like for example, let me see. If I go to Siege Warfare, I can search for Siege Warfare. Now I can build Siege Warfare, quite a long one. But next to that is a Grade 4 ship, but it doesn't tell me what I need to do the Grade 4 ships. Okay, I need to unlock Siege Warfare at level 1 and be shipyard level 39. But if I want to go and query that, I can put that into Discord as you've just shown, and it'll tell me what the base level for that is. And by that you mean without any other research done. I look at my Siege Warfare there. It's going to cost me say 23.8 million dilithium. But if I put the command for that into Discord, it's not going to tell me 23.8 million. It's going to tell me a base stat.
Yes, which is around about 54 million.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's because, like, say my research level is going to be different to yours, which is going to be different to someone else's.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
having,
So,
say,
so
my data in there is going to be wrong in a sense.
So somebody coming along, putting in a command, going, okay, I want to see what this research does. To put it in, to go, that's not what it was. I thought it was going to be this, and now it's this. It's because every one of us is going to be different. We're all going to have a different amount required of us, depending on our research. But if you
Exactly.
just want a ballpark figure, base ballpark figure, then go in, put in that command, and Discord will do you. Then you don't need to go on and use this spreadsheet we're going to come to now in a minute. But if you want
No,
your specific costs with your
yes.
current research, this is where the spreadsheet comes in, yeah?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, like you could kind of ballpark it to see roughly what you need. So you can eyeball it that you're going to need your 50 odd
Okay.
million.
And
And
so
then, but that's obviously not exactly true because of different research levels. But
that's
if you really kind of want to geek and nerd out, the Excel sheet is there for that.
sound. And just I suppose to clarify then how you access this research sheet, the link will be provided in LCARS. It may be doing the
It
right,
is
yeah.
pinned. It's pinned in the announcements tab.
Okay. So you click
It's
on
there.
that,
It's a link to a Google Drive doc, and you just save it down to your laptop or PC or whatever.
and then you need Excel to open it. And you enter your values into the fields here that on my screen we can see in a slightly grey blue box.
Yes, so I have filled in some of my details there to kind
Okay.
of demo that minor one I pulled up.
So you
So
have
for
prime
me,
research. You've put in yes.
yes.
Okay.
So if you hover over that, there's a little drop down tab. It's
Yep.
yes or no.
Okay.
Then your R&D department level, it's a little drop down tab that shows your levels.
Okay.
So you pick your corresponding level. In my case, it's level 50. With the
Okay.
research expert level, I'm level 5. And then below that, for the astronautics studio, I'm level 30, and research optimization, I'm level 9.
Okay.
And then below that is the time in seconds. That's from the information that's on LCARS, and then the lithium, which said it was 34,000.
Okay.
And then all that does some magic, and then in the green box it spits out what it will be for your
Right.
specific levels.
So the green box is telling you what it's really going to be for your individual query.
Yeah, so if
Okay.
I'm future proofing myself and I'm going, well, what do I need for that? I'll know at my current level that I'm going to basically need 15k worth of deal, where the
Right.
base level is 34,
Okay.
and it's not going to be 2 something days. It's 19 hours in a minute.
I get you. I get you. Okay, so that's all very interesting, and like we say, that link is provided. Very useful, I think. But it might take some people a little bit of time to get their heads around it. But it's not that complicated, from what I can tell here.
No, it does. It will involve a little bit of kind of manual work on the players' end, but like I said, that's if you want to know exactly
Yeah,
what it is. But it does help because some of the, like your Siege Warfare saying it's 50 odd million when it's 25, there's a big gap,
yeah,
obviously, there.
yeah, yeah. That's right. Yeah. So and as well as that, for us, be able to see what the costs for the next piece of research. So if I'm looking at grade 4 research ship there, what's that actually going to cost me? Do I need to start saving my dilithium now, for example? So yeah, very
Yeah,
useful
that's it.
altogether.
You can work out. Yeah, it's handy. It's pretty good. You can, if you want to map out to get to a specific research bit, like whether you're going after the parts to reduce the cost on parts for your battleship or
Yeah.
explorer or something like that, how to get there and what you're going to roughly need to get there. Obviously, the more research you do, the less it's going to cost, but at least it will give you an idea or an avenue to kind of go down, and you'll know where you're heading.
You mentioned the blueprints and the missions and these things all coming down the line. Anything else we can expect from LCARS? Anything that you can reveal to me that might be exciting or interesting for people coming in the future?
Yep. Literally, as we're doing this, we are about to surface data for buildings and ship
Okay,
information.
yeah.
So by the time people are viewing this video or kind of soon after it, that will be implemented and actually available through the bot. It will be, again, it'd be base levels, the same way the research is.
Yes.
We are working on an Excel sheet
For that as
to
well.
do the formulas, but there's a few extra research buffs and stuff like that take into consideration. So the maths and the formula on it is
Great.
a bit more complicated, so that's not going to be available straight away.
Okay.
But the commands are there to kind of give you an idea. And,
but it's coming soon.
Yes, definitely. Like within the next day, we'll have them
Right.
surfaced.
And not a
bot,
Scopely coming soon.
No, this is an Octo coming soon.
That's all right.
It's actually going to happen.
That's all right.
All right. It's a guarantee.
Okay. I don't want to be hijacking the conversation really. Like, so tell me to shut up if that's the case. But I seen some visual stuff a while back. Is there any word on that?
Yep. Well, that's kind of.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but.
No, you're not. You're not. One of the biggest, not kind of necessarily gripes from players, but one of the kind of biggest requests we've seen from players that have used our bot, other bots, and even other discords that have some of the data kind of collated is it's too much text. So you've seen some preliminary kind of visual kind of ideas that we have. Now that is kind of fallen on the back burner with
right.
trying to get the data. The data on the bot is going to be the number one key and the number one goal.
So would it be useful to do a call out to people who are, I suppose, more artistically inclined than technically inclined, that could assist with drafting up some of that stuff that you've got there? Is it really a case of transferring the data over to...
If there is anybody that's... Yeah, like if there is anybody that is in any way kind of handy with Photoshop or whatever kind of formal graphic design that they can do, hit me up. Definitely welcome to help, and I'll definitely use the help.
Okay.
But like I said, that is...
It's not a priority.
That is a longer...
Yeah.
No, that one is more of a longer.
I certainly found it interesting because some people are, let's face it, some people are more visually inclined. Some people do get their brains fried at too much text. So
yes. Particularly like if you're looking up, say you want to one of the tiers on a ship, you're like, what's a tier 4 on a Centurion? You're getting 6 different screenshots back.
Yeah.
With the cargo hold, the shields, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So now you have six images. If we can combine them into one, and then that's what spits back out, and you have one image with all the data on it, then perfect.
Yeah.
That's going to alleviate a lot of kind of headaches for the guys that are using it.
Yeah. So, but some good ideas in the pipeline, some very interesting things there. Certainly from what I've seen, I'm a little bit excited about it. Thanks for sharing all of that with us. Hopefully this is useful to some people. So hopefully some people can refer back to this video and use it as a guide for using this, particularly the spreadsheet if they want to get into that nerdy kind of stuff. I'll leave the link in the description below to LCARS as well, just in case anybody can't find it. Any thoughts on the state of the game currently, the new patch that came out and all of that kind of stuff?
Yep. I'm excited about the new update. I think it's a step in, say, the right direction. We're getting basically there's faster warp speeds. The mines are getting better. Hopefully we'll see an increase in yield, because now with the faster kind of mining times, you'll burn through a mine much quicker. So it does mean you're gonna have to kind of rotate miners more, or you'd be sitting on a dead mine for ages. So hopefully down the pike there's going to be a higher yield. But what we've seen, and then some of the kind of say leaked information, for the lack of a better term, that kind of came out about server merges or people moving between servers, it's showing that they're behind the player base. They know that some servers are struggling for players. Like say ourselves, for example, with 400 or 500 players at best, I'd say. on our server, so us merging with another one would be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I think there's quite a few people that are keen to come in and test themselves against us. I think we've done that much talking, especially I've been out spouting about the founder server and how great we are for a long time. I reckon there's a few contenders out there who would like to come in and put us to the test. Do you get that feeling out there when you're dealing with the community?
I'm sure there is. Like, there's always going to be somebody that wants to have a bit of fun. But that's that kind of banter or whatnot is going to have more longevity on the game. Like you've seen people even recently that have been long-term players leave because it's kind of stale in the sense of no new players. So having a merge or having some new characters come onto the server or onto or us go to a different server, whatever the case may be, will add more playability to the game, as well as these updates that are happening.
Yeah, new blood always needed. There's plenty of people out there that I'd love to invite over to the founder server and take all of their resources of them. Maybe we should extend an invitation to all of these people that are sitting on mountains of resources to come along over to the founder server, transfer over to us, and Hum will be waiting to welcome you.
Come over and give me the res, I'll take it.
Yeah,
no problem.
You can be sure of that. All right, and there's a few others that'll be standing along with you, but
yes, I'm sure there's a line of people.
Yeah,
for sure.
Any other thoughts just before we do wrap up? Anything there relating to the game that you're burning to get off your chest, or is there any particular questions that you get asked there that you want to set the record straight now? This is your chance if you want to.
No, like for the most part, everybody kind of knows what we're about. As for the game, I just hope that the communities out there that are putting questions to the lads at Scopely or asking for changes, just keep doing it, because they are obviously listening. They're not getting around to every single kind of the demand in some cases for changes to do with the game, but the fact that we're now getting better minds, and yes, there is more emphasis on kind of growing up in levels and stuff like that, but just keep putting in questions, just keep putting it back to them, saying that this isn't working or this could be improved. It's not going to happen overnight, and as frustrating as it is, like, we've had pretty crappy mines for a while, and these improved mine rates is going to help a little bit.
Yeah.
But like, people have been shouting that for months and months, if not years.
Yeah, some people are raving about the improvements to the mining rates, and whilst it's good, yes. I think Econ done a video recent enough on the old mining rates. It's easy to forget how good we had it at one time. Like, even back then, people were whinging and crying about things like. Nobody's ever going to be happy. Sadly, there's always going to be something to have a gripe about. But I just encourage people just to keep, respectfully, keep pushing for changes. They do happen, but it's not going to happen overnight. Sure. Okay, Octo. Listen, we're going to wrap up. Will you come back to me at some time in the future and do maybe a founder server video or a wee interview with Octo around the state of the game and our history and all of that kind of stuff?
Yep. Well, whenever you need me, I'll be there.
100%. But for now, we've done this on LCARS. Hopefully, it's been of use to people. Come on ahead on in, guys. Check out the description below. Find the link to LCARS. Come in and join us. You'll meet Octo or any of the guys there. They'll be more than willing to help you out. And yeah, until the next time, look after yourselves and look after each other. And a big thank you to Octo for showing up.
My pleasure.
And we'll chat to everybody very, very soon. Cheers.